Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of August 2014. Of course, I'm going to show you my DVD and Blu-ray purchases over the month of August. But first up, it is shout-out time, and the two lucky YouTubers are MacTubeX and Jack Reacher. Now, these are two great guys from our movie community. MacTube, for example, has been on here for a long time. He has a very nice collection, some very nice videos, and he recently did a Criterion update in which he gave me a shout out, so I'm returning the favor. And Jack Reacher has an amazing collection of different kind of statues and figures and busts of different companies like Hot Toys and NECA. Yeah, he did a video about it, so really go check that out. It looks absolutely fantastic. But yeah, two great YouTubers who definitely deserve your attention and your subscription. So go check these guys out. The links are below as usual. And yeah, let me I'm going to show you the DVDs and the Blu-rays. I got a lot of stuff actually. I'm afraid this is going to be a long video. But yeah, the DVDs first. These DVDs, by the way, I got them from different flea markets, and they were incredibly cheap. I mean, some of them were €1 each, some of them were €2 each, and there were also some that were 50 cents each. So, you know, it's DVDs nowadays, they're not worth much, aren't they? But anyway, first up is The Birdcage, which I've always enjoyed. Robin Williams, of course, may he rest in peace. Yeah, very funny film. This is the American remake of a French film, which I've never seen before. The next one is Gangland, Bullet Over Hollywood. Have not seen this one yet, but this is a documentary about gangster films, or the history of gangster films. So this could be very good. The Spanish Prisoner, which is a film by David Mamet, who David Mamet is a fantastic writer and director. He was the guy who also did Glengarry Glen Ross and Wag the Dog, Red Belt, some other films, Spartan, with Val Kilmer. And The Spanish Prisoner is a very good and also very underrated film in my opinion. Campbell Scott, who is George C. Scott's son, by the way, he plays a guy who has created a formula, and a lot of people are interested in that formula, and some of them just want to steal it, no matter what, no matter the cost. And it's an excellent thriller. You can see that Steve Martin is also in it, in one of, well, he plays a serious role this time, not a comedic role, and he does it very well, by the way. But this is a very good thriller, The Spanish Prisoner. Unfortunately, this DVD was only €1, but it doesn't have the right aspect ratio. It doesn't say it here, but the aspect ratio on this DVD is 1.33 by 1, I believe. Pan and scan format. But it should have been 1.85 by 1, widescreen. But it was just €1, so I could not pass it up. Next is Intolerable Cruelty. Not one of the best films by the Coen brothers, but it is enjoyable. This one is one of the Coen brothers' best films, in my opinion. The Hot Sucker Proxy. Wonderful film. Great role by Paul Newman, Tim Robbins, and I also like Jennifer Jason Leigh in this film. Her character reminds me very much of the female characters from 1940s screwball comedies, like Rosalind Russell, for example, in His Girl Friday. The dialogue that she has is very fast. It's very spicy, very fast. They don't make those kind of movies anymore. I think my favorite scene in this film is the one where she is behind the typewriter and she is talking really fast in this monotone voice, and Bruce Campbell is behind her, and yeah, it's a wonderful scene, wonderful film. I really enjoyed this one. Quills, very good film. I haven't seen this in a long time. Jeffrey Ross plays Marquise de Sade. Very good film. Still need to rewatch this one. Next is The Hitchhiker. This is the first season. There's also a second season, but I still need to get that. I just want to see the first season first before, you know, deciding to get the other one. But I basically got this because of the first episode, which is directed by Paul Verhoeven, and as you can see, he also provides the audio commentary. But yeah, I still need to check this out. But yeah, I basically have this to complete my Paul Verhoeven collection, The Hitchhiker. Next is Alien Nation, which is a fun science fiction buddy cop movie with James Caan and Mandy Patinkin, who plays the his alien partner. Yeah, fun movie. I haven't seen this in a while. Also got The Cell. Now I've already have a Region 1 DVD of this, but the reason why I got this one is because this is the uncut version. The Region 1 version has a scene cut out, which is part of the deleted scenes, but in this version the scene is just, you know, in the movie. And I absolutely cannot wait to get this movie on Blu-ray. I know there's a Canadian Blu-ray of this film, but the transfer appears to be very poor. So I'm, you know, still waiting for a good quality Blu-ray of this film. But this is the kind of film that you need to watch on high definition. I also picked up B.T.K, Bind, Torture, Kill, which is a horror film with Kane Hodder. He plays, I believe his name is Dennis. Oh yeah, Dennis Rader, a serial killer based on a true story, by the way. Yeah, I've never heard of this film before until Gilly G did a review on this, and she made me very curious about this. And when I saw this for €2, I just immediately grabbed it. But I still need to see it. But I'm really looking forward to checking this out. And if you haven't seen Gilly G's review on this film, I will leave a link to that video below, so go check that one out. This is a film I've never heard of before, Blackout. But it looks nice, and it has an interesting cast, as you can see there. And the transfer looks pretty bad, I have to say. It looks like they have you know, recorded it from a VHS tape or something like that. You know, from VHS to this DVD. And if you look at the front cover, it also looks like it came from a VHS tape. So not the best, you know, quality, but it is watchable, and yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Next one is Four Rooms. This is a collaboration between Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, and Alison Anders, and let me see here. Alison Anders and Alexander Rockwell. Now these four, you know, filmmakers, they met each other at the Sundance Film Festival of 1992, I believe. Tarantino was there for Reservoir Dogs, Rodriguez was there for El Mariachi, Alexander Rockwell was there for In the Soup, and Alison Anders was there for Gas Food Lodging. And, you know, they became friends, and they decided to make a film together, which resulted in, you know, this anthology, Four Rooms. You know, each room is directed by a different person, and this movie actually it's getting a lot of hatred, and I agree. It is not the best film in the resume of these directors, but I liked it anyway. I do like it. I think the Tarantino episode, which is the last episode, is the best one in my opinion. Now, originally it was supposed to be called 5 Rooms because Richard Linklater was at some point attached to this project, but he withdrew himself before shooting. Before the movie started shooting, and but anyway, there was just I believe there was one of the ones that was 50 cents, so could not pass it off for that incredibly cheap price. Next is Into the West from Steven Spielberg, as you can see here, a Western miniseries which I've never seen before. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. And I got this at a flea market, and this guy who was selling this, he had hundreds and hundreds of DVDs, and he had some great stuff too, but unfortunately most of them were ex-rental DVDs, and I do not buy ex-rental DVDs. They're all scratched up and they have fingerprints, and but this was one of the few original releases that he had, and I bought this for €4, and it was completely new and sealed. And when I came home, I just checked out online what the original retail price was, and the original retail price for this set is €34.99, so 35 euros, and I got this for €4, so that is a steal. That is absolutely a steal. It's basically €1 per disc, and I just could not believe it was that expensive, the original retail price. But looking forward to checking this out. Into the West. Okay, the next 2 titles I got in a trade with a Dutch collector. The first one is Sin Nombre. Sin Nombre. Yeah, that's it. I have not seen this movie before. If any of you have seen this, let me know what you think of it. But this looks really, really promising. And the other title that I got in the trade is The Deadly Duo, which is a Shaw Brothers classic on DVD. Blu-ray. So yeah, these two films looks really good. Can't wait to check these out. And I also got these 2 in a trade. I traded them with Franz, aka Sound and Vision. Got the Wanted Steelbook from Germany, which I still need to open up, by the way. And I got the Blu-ray of The House on Sorority Row, the original version, which I enjoyed, by the way. I really liked it. So that's a very good trade there. And also got the UK Steelbook of the Raid 2. I got this from Kyle, and I did an unboxing video of that, by the way. And this was such a brilliant film, absolutely fucking brilliant. I mean, the first one was already brilliant, but this is even more brilliant. It's such a great film. The story is great. The fight choreography is just stunning. Very brutal, very phenomenal, and this movie is highly recommended. There are some moments in it which looks like it came right out of a Takashi Kitano film. To me anyway. And you can clearly tell that Garrett Evans, who is the writer and director, was very much inspired by Japanese cinema, but also by Korean cinema. The violence in this film, the style and the violence really reminds me of Korean films and Japanese films. But absolutely amazing film. The Raid 2. I cannot recommend this film enough. Go check this out. This is fucking amazing. Okay, next up is the Dutch digibook of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, I wanted to get the steelbook, but to my surprise, I found out that there was also going to be a Dutch digibook, so I grabbed this one instead, and it actually looks very, very nice. It's a very nice release. Let me show you what the pages look like. And the movie was it was alright actually. It was a lot better than the first Amazing Spider-Man film, if you ask me. Which has the Lizard in it, and I don't know about you, but the Lizard was, in my opinion, it is the worst Spider-Man villain ever. Here's a shot of the new Green Goblin, which looks very nice actually. I like the you know, these metal things that come out of his head. You know, at first I was afraid that this was going to be something like Spider-Man 3. You know, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, because it has 3 villains. And in Spider-Man 3, the 3 villains was just too much. But there's only one main villain. The other 2 have short appearances. But they will continue on in a spin-off movie called The Sinister Six, which is basically a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. And I'm very curious to see how they are going to how they're going to pull that off actually. But it was okay. I really enjoyed it. Not the best Spider-Man movie. I still think that Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, you know, with Dr. Octopus, is the best one so far. But it was alright. I like the scene where, you know, Electro confronts Spider-Man for the first time in Times Square. That was a very good scene. But it was an enjoyable film and a very nice digi book. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay, the next 3 I got for 20 euros in total. And the first one is The Master, which is an excellent film by Paul Thomas Anderson, with some extraordinary performances by Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, I can never pronounce his first name properly. Philip Seymour Hoffman and Amy Adams. It's a damn shame that Hoffman is not with us anymore, because this is really one of his best performances. The next one is The Grand Master by Wong Kar-wai, the director of In the Mood for Love and 2046. Very beautiful film. It looks, you know, visually it looks absolutely stunning. The fight choreography looks stunning, and it's based on the life of Ip Man, who is, you know, mostly known as Bruce Lee's mentor. They did 4 other films about him. You know, 2 of them was with Donnie Yen, which I think is more faithful to, you know, what really happened with his life. But this is still worth it very much. I thought it was a very beautiful kung fu film. And the last Blu-ray that I got in this deal is Amistad by Steven Spielberg. Very great film. A very underrated film as well. Wonderful performances. Also by Jimon Hansu, you know, who plays the slave leader. Yeah, wonderful film, Amistad. Next up is Under the Skin. I got the regular keep case with the slip cover, as you can see here. This looks very nice. I know there's also a steelbook of this, but I didn't really thought it was that special, and it was also overpriced, so I got this one instead. And the film was absolutely amazing. You know, the experience that I had with this was incredible. I only wish that I saw this on the big screen so that the experience would have been more, you know, amazing. But nevertheless, it was a very fascinating, a very intriguing piece of cinema. many kudos to Scarlett Johansson for taking such a daring role. Yeah, she was amazing in this film. She was absolutely amazing. This film, you know, there's a lot of hidden camera stuff in this film where Scarlett just, you know, walks through the streets without even being recognized, and she also, you know, she plays an alien who's on a manhunt, and she's, you know, driving this van, and she picks up guys, and these guys don't know, they're not actors, you know, they're just guys walking on the streets, and they have no idea that they're being filmed when they step into the van. You know, the van is full of cameras and all that stuff. I think this is one of the best films that I've seen so far this year. But I also have to say that this is a film that definitely not everyone's cup of tea. I'm sure that many of you, well, at least many people would find this very boring and very long. But I thought it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Directed by Jonathan Glazer, who also did Sexy Beast and Bird. And this is his first film in 10 years. And it is definitely worth the wait. I thought it was a magnificent film. And this film has substantial rewatch value, in my opinion. I would certainly watch this many times over and over again. Under the Skin, highly recommended. Okay, the next 3 Blu-rays I got from Amazon UK. These were, you know, 3 for £17. The first one is The Remains of the Day, which is really beautiful film. I've always loved this. I saw this back, I don't know, was it the 1990s? I believe it was the 1990s, the first time I saw this. And I immediately fell in love with it. Beautiful film, wonderful performances by Anthony Hopkins, Emma Stone, Hugh Grant was really good. And also Christopher Reeve, Superman, is very good as well. Beautiful film. And the other 2 steelbooks are actually, Blu-rays are steelbooks. Sunshine, which is a great science fiction film. And I also picked up 28 Weeks Later. Unfortunately, they did not have 28 Days Later in the deal. So I had to get that separately from Zavi. And it was actually available for a good price. I don't think they have it anymore. I think it's sold out. Well, I don't know. But they had it for a good price. I believe it was 11 or 12 euros, something like that. But yeah, very nice additions to the collection. And here's some more steelbooks. This is Unforgiven, or Yurosaru Mono, something like that. This is the Japanese remake of Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, which follows very closely to the original, but it has much potential to, you know, stand on its own feet. I do not think this is better than the original, but it's still worth watching. I mean, Ken Watanabe, who actually worked with Eastwood on the Letters from Iwo Jima, I think he's fantastic. You know, he plays the same role that Eastwood plays in the original. Yeah, this is a great samurai film, and definitely worth checking out. I got the original version of The Fly on Blu-ray Steelbook, which looks very nice. Here's the back. And I also got David Cronenberg's remake of The Fly on Blu-ray Steelbook. Now, I've recently went to the David Cronenberg exhibition in Amsterdam, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. They had a lot of, you know, props from his films, including The Fly, and also the telepod. You know, this machine was there as well. I took a lot of pictures there, and I'm still working on the video. I hope to, you know, finish it very soon, because I cannot wait to show it to you guys. But it was amazing, and yeah, these 2 are great films and some very lovely Blu-ray steelbooks. Next is the German steelbook of 300, Rise of an Empire, which is actually pretty good. I really enjoyed this one. Here's Eva Green, who plays the villain. I thought she was the strongest character in the entire film. But I like it that this is not really a sequel, but an equal. You know, the story of this film takes place at the same time as the first film. And yeah, I liked how they've done that, and it looked really good, and I really did enjoy it. I thought it was very good, you know, addition to the 300 franchise. I heard that they want to do a third movie because they want to do a 300 trilogy. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, you know, if they can do it as good as this, then you know, I'm all for it. It wasn't as good as the first movie, I have to say, but it's still worth checking out. I thought it was pretty good. I also got the German steelbook of Red Tails, which is about the 332nd Fighter Group. You know, this is a group of African American pilots who fought in World War II. Excuse me. I haven't seen this movie yet, but it was produced by George Lucas, so I'm expecting it to be, you know, a CGI fest. You know, I just don't hope there's going to be some unnecessary CGI gophers or other creatures in it. I don't think so. But anyway, this only cost me €8, so pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So yeah, this could be good. Looking forward to it. Also got the steelbook of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This is the Xavi exclusive. Very nice steelbook, by the way. This is all, as you can see, embossed. There's a look at the back. The movie was fantastic. It was absolutely a great film. Better than the first one, which I've enjoyed as well. And it also has a very surprising role by Robert Redford, by the way. There's a closer look on. Oh, here you can see the spine here, which has the unfocused pictures of the characters. Sorry about that, but it's very similar to the Avengers steelbook and to another steelbook, the Thor: Dark World steelbook. Oh, here it is. Now you can see the pictures a little. And it also has some trading card, you know, from Marvel collection. This is still closed, by the way, or a shield. I mean, and there's the Winter Soldier. It's a great film, actually. It has a great story and some great surprising moments, which I've already knew about these surprises because I've seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and some of the surprises was also in, you know, that television series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But still, it was a great film. I think this is one of the best films that Marvel has done so far, next to the Avengers and also to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I've seen at the theater and really enjoyed that one. Yeah, great film. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Can't wait to see the next one, by the way. And last but not least, I got this Korean box set of the Snowpiercer. And this is actually a very nice box set, as you can see. This is kind of, you know, rough material. This is the logo of Wilford Industry. Take a look at the back here. Yeah, there's very cool artwork. Okay, let me show you what the contents are. First one is this very thick book with pictures and behind the scene photos you can see here. Oh, this is oh, wait a minute. This is Bong Joon-ho, the director. He is also the guy who's responsible for some excellent Korean films like Memories of Murder, The Host, Mother, And this film, this is his first English language film, Snowpiercer, and it's based on a French graphic novel. And the film was good, actually. I did expect more of it, to be honest, but it was good. She was great, by the way. Tilda Swinton. She was, even though it was a bit of a overacting that she did, I thought she easily stole the show in this film. There's Captain America again. Very nice book. And then you have this thing. You open up, you have this, well, it looks like a blueprint. There's the signature of the director and of the production designer. And here you can see, I cannot show you the whole thing, but this is, pretty much what it looks like. Here's my my number, by the way. I don't know how many of these has been made. I think 2,000, maybe. I could be mistaken with that. Oh. And of course you have the movie in a Blu-ray steelbook, which is embossed, this one, and also the line here is embossed. And there's some artwork at the back, or at the inside, I mean. The back doesn't have any artwork. And it's a 2-disc, one with the special features and of course the one with the movie. So very nice set. This is not the kimchi set, by the way, which is very similar to this one. But kimchi has some little extras like art cards and character cards, and that credit card which has the limited edition number on it. But this is just the regular set, but a very nice set nonetheless. So that was it. Those are my DVDs and Blu-rays. It was pretty much, isn't it? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.